Hello internet friends, and welcome to the Legion Beta Windwalker Monk summary of stuff and things and animations and stuff we have found during our 3-hour testing phase. So, I'm gonna go over, because there's a lot of kind of animations and some rotational stuff to show off, so I'm just gonna stand here with my friends. You are always the Storm Elemental when you cast Storm Earth and Fire. Fire dual wields, and Earth uses a staff. They will automatically target things. I will show that off in just a moment. I'm going to go over my bugs, because there's quite a few of them, honestly. So, Rising Sun Kick doesn't denote the Mortal Wound debuff in addition to the tooltip itself, or at least the healing reduction in the tooltip. It does not say how much healing reduction it is in the tooltip at all, nor to the fact that it actually applies a debuff called Mortal Wound. So, could be done. While in Storm Earth and Fire, it seems that Fist of Fury animation is bugged. I'll show that in just a moment. When you activate Serenity, you will cause both Rising Sun Kick and Fist of Fury to go on cooldown, which is incorrect. Serenity is supposed to allow you to cast all of your spenders without having them to be costing chi. That looks pretty bugged right now. Spinning Crane Kick, also while under the effect of Serenity, is consuming chi and should not. And then Spinning Dragon Strike needs to have its range of the AoE denoted. It doesn't actually say how far away you AoE, it just says around you. When you talent into Chi Orb, you can wait for 4 orbs and then talent off of it, and you keep your 4 spinning orbs, which is just extra free damage for no reason, so that should probably not be there. And then we were trying to figure out if Earth and Fire, which are part of Storm Earth and Fire, which is the ones you never control, are gaining damage. They seem to either have coded in the old school 30% Tiger Strikes, Armor Ignore, or they're benefiting from your mastery all the time. So your mastery, which is new, it's the combo strikes, where your abilities deal more damage when they are not used or as a repeat of the previous ability. Something is wrong here. Either they are also gaining damage from it, or they're not supposed to, but they are, or they're ignoring armor. Something is really wonky with them currently. And then currently your attack power is not scaling into the heal on Vivify, which is your only main heal you have to spam. Of course, it's half effective right now because I am in SEF form. But, yeah, outside of that, like I said, the brand spanking new mastery. So, Combo Master with combo strikes, mastery combo strikes. You want to never use the same ability back-to-back if you can help it. Obviously, you never want to, like, blackout kick spam, is what that basically says. You can Tiger Palm a couple times in a row, normally to, like, build up chi, because the other big thing is you have a lot of quality of life changes. So, Tiger Strikes is sort of a combination, or Tiger Palm rather, is a combination of jab, and it has a chance to remake your next blackout kick cost no chi, right? The same, like, sort of builder back end of that one. But, what else happens here? The debuff on Rising Sun Kick is gone. Blackout Kick no longer has the weird, like, front-back nonsense plus weird dot coefficient stupid nonsense things. And Fist of Fury is the same, and it's by channel while moving by default. So I'll show some animations here. They will automatically go attack whatever they want to attack themselves. This is what like I was talking about with the animation. It looks kind of like the particle effect is like broken for some reason. Again, if you attack something else, your guys will automatically change targets. What's in range? So really 3 targets is where they're meant to be used. I don't really think they're going to be very beneficial to use on 1 or 2 targets at all, because all they'll do is auto-attack the 1 target that they have to sit on. So that's not good to do. Would imagine that's not a good idea. But they'll jump around and do all their own things. There's no GCD involved. You can turn them off immediately, and summoning them causes a GCD, but turning them off has no GCD involved. You just turn them off and they'll stop moving. You turn them back on, they'll do their own thing. So it's pretty cool. I think it's a pretty great quality of life change. Other quality of life changes for the Windwalker Monk are the Tiger Eyebrew change, which has a 1.5-minute recharge. You can have 2 stacks of it, and when consuming 1 stack, gives you 15%, 15 seconds of 30% damage and healing dealt. So it does not stack. You cannot hit it both and get 30 seconds. It will just refresh the duration. It does not pandemic or anything like that. So please, gotta be wary. When you use 1 stack, you want to make sure you wait for it to totally go away before you use your next one. If you take Serenity, it replaces Tiger Eye Brew, which I can't do right now. It'll freak out, I think. So let's try it. Okay, it won't freak out, but whatever. So Serenity is 30% damage for 10 seconds, and all cheat consumers are now free. On live, it refunds them. Now, they are all free and have half their normal cooldown. So there is a crazy AoE component here where you can spam Rushing Jade Wind and get off a Fist of Fury and then spam Spinning Crane Kick for all day. Granted, right now Spinning Crane Kick is eating chi when it's not supposed to be. But it's pretty powerful for both AoE and single target, I imagine. Spinning Dragon Strike, which replaces your Hurricane Kick, has no cost, instant 20-second cooldown. And it's a huge AoE hit, but you have to have Fist of Fury and Rising Sun Kick on cooldown, which isn't too much to ask. But that basically just means that that's where you put it in your rotation. The game kind of tells you where to put it, and it looks awesome. The purple bar on the side is your free Blackout Kick. So that's an interesting mechanic, but the tooltip like tells you where to put it in your rotation, which I guess is helpful because you're not like wondering where it's supposed to go. But that's the long and short of how that works. It does work with your Sword and Fire, as I will show right now. And it looks rather awesome. Woo! I'll do one more of those as I talk. Hit Combo is a new passive here at level 90. Juen's the same. Rushing Jade Wind's the same. The difference, I think, in Rushing Jade Wind, I don't know if it does it Pandemic on live. I was told it does not, or it does, but awkwardly. What that means is that you can, during Serenity mostly, you can keep Rushing Jade Wind up for longer than it's normally allowed to, due to the fact that you can keep adding to its duration because the cooldown is so low. Which is pretty crazy. We'll do one more of these. Wah! Also to note real quick about Spinning Dragon Strike is that each Spinning Dragon Strike is composed of 3 attacks that total in the amount of damage done. That does not count for 3 attacks for hit combo. It does not account for anything weird like that for your mastery. It just means that it's 3 hits during the animation window. So it's not just one gigantic hit that could crit for an absorbent amount of damage. It's 3 individual hits. The animation is that you spin in the air with a kick, and the wind you kick up after you kick the person. You kick your target, right? The wind hits them, and then you punch them all in the face. So that's how it works right there. Healing Elixir, same. Diffuse, Dampen Harm. Leg Sweep and Ring of Peace are here. It's the new Ring of Peace, remember. Dizzying Kicks is your new, like, CC talent tier here, where your Blackout Kick will also snare the target by 70%. Now, you also take into account, you still have Disable. Disable is still very much here, which is your 15 energy for 50% for 15 seconds, and if you refresh it on a target, you will root them for 8 seconds instead. I don't know if you need both. Obviously, Dizzying Kicks is just based off of your Blackout Kick, and Disable costs energy and a different spell cast to make it work. Could be a beneficial thing for PvP. I don't think it'll really affect rating at all. Let me see. Yeah, so the new 90 talents are very straightforward, but provide good swap options. So you have Hit Combo, which really lends itself to doing your mastery, but never, ever, ever hitting the same ability twice, because you will lose Hit Combo. It will fall off completely. So Patchwork fights, no movement, lots of tunneling, Hit Combo. Movement maybe, and cooldown-based short fight, Juen. Rushing Jade Wind, possibly based on numbers, could be good for single target with like Serenity nonsense. Otherwise, obviously for AoE. Because Rushing Jade Wind does not replace Spinning Crane Kick. You can put up RJW and then Spinning Crane Kick, and then Fist of Fury and then Spinning Crane Kick and then refresh RJW. So, or whatever you decide to do. It's all, you have both abilities, because you lost Chi Burst, as you can see it's gone. Chi Orbit is kind of good for AoE. It's passive and kind of lame. The same Chi Burst orb, 4 of them will eventually float around you, and then they hit what's near you and they explode and do single target damage. The animation is kind of cool. People were talking about it might be kind of annoying after time. It's neat, it's passive, but here's the issue, is if you now talent out of it, these stay, and they don't go away. So that's a bug that needs to be fixed. Hit Combo does not work with your Sword and Fire clones. It does not work, from what we can tell. We also can't figure out if they gain Tiger Eye Brew or not. That has to be something you have to like go into logs and like really dig into and find. Mostly because we don't know if Storm Earth and Fire is working properly right now anyway, due to the fact that they are not doing the right damage. Like, they are not scaling correctly, because they are doing extra damage, and we don't know if it's because they're ignoring armor, or again, it's because the mastery is affecting them. So, but for the most part, hit combo and Tiger Eye Brew are for you, the monk, to be buffed. Where this Chi Orbit thing has to go. They just kind of do damage, you know, slap, they go bam, 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 bam. And then one will spawn, and then, you know, do it again, but I untalented it, so. And then what did I say here? Rushing J-Wind, yep, I talk about how it pandemics its duration under Serenity, which I can show you very, very quickly here. It's going to build up some Chi, and then I will knock up... You don't have to build up Chi. Here, I'll show this again, too. This is the bug, but I gotta dunk my Chi real quick. This is the bug issue right now with it. So, again, Serenity replaces Tiger Eye Brew, as you see here. So, if I hit it, it'll put Rising Sun Kick and Fist of Fury on cooldown, which is obviously not meant to be. And I can't use Spinning Crane Kick right now, but I can. If you watch the duration up here, I'll just be spamming RJW. It will keep refreshing the duration, and it will tick up to 7. Oh, it's already gone. I'll have to wait for it again. But, because the damn stupid Chi bug nonsense with Spinning Crane Kick. While you do this, that obviously shouldn't happen. You should be able to pop Serenity and have 0 cost on any of your abilities right off the gate. Chi Wave does work with hit combo. It also does work with your mastery, and it also works with making sure you're hitting a different ability every time. Eye of the Tiger is a new passive where you put a dot up on the target you hit with Tiger Palm. You cannot have multiple dots up because you only have one. One dot there. I'll put it on this one. It's gone. Only one target can be affected by Eye of the Tiger's dot, and the dot is okay, I guess. It heals you a little bit. It's just a passive version if you don't want to use Chi Burst or Chi Wave. But Chi Burst and Chi Wave help with weaving your abilities if you're using hit combo and obviously your mastery so you don't lose your extra damage. So, but Eye of the Tiger, new. Chi Torpedo, again, no damage, no healing component, and now it's in your movement tier. Energizing Elixir is new. It's a 1-minute cooldown where you get full energy and full Chi, instead of Chi Brew, which you used to have. It's neat for burst, good for openers maybe, but you don't even need to use this if you're using Serenity because on the opener you don't need to have this, but it could be possibly good for certain things. Power Strikes is the same. You can't make Chi Orbs anymore. There are no more Chi Orbs. We tried, nothing happens. But Power Strikes won't go away if you're at max Chi and you use your Tiger Palm. It just doesn't go away. The buff won't go away. You just keep the buff. And Ascension's the same thing. 1 extra Chi, and then 15% extra energy regeneration. I think Ascension's cool for, like, bursting, because you can use your entire combo of Fist of Fury, Rising Sun Kick, and a Blackout Kick. That costs 6 Chi in total, 3, 2, and 1. If you don't use Ascension, you have to actually put a Tiger Palm in there somewhere as well, but that'll come down to math. So one more time, let me show you the pandemic effect on... So it goes to here. I'll just keep spamming it. It'll go to 6. It'll go to 6+. It'll go back up to 6+, which based on haste, it shouldn't be doing that because it's under the 6-second window. So it's refreshing its duration to its max duration plus like a hidden extra 1 second. So you can basically keep it up for longer than you're supposed to in Serenity window because of the shorter cooldown plus the pandemic effect of the buff on yourself. But yeah, I don't know, a lot of cool quality of life changes for the monk. You still have, you know, like diffuse magic. You still have Touch of Karma. I will show off real quick here before we get out of the way, is that Touch of Death, 2-minute cooldown. It's a 8-second delay, and it will do your max health to the target after the 8-second delay. Always your maximum health. We couldn't find any way to amplify the damage at all, and there it goes. Very simple ability. It has a weird interaction with one of the legendaries coming out, but we'll see how that pans out in the end. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the video description comment box section below. In the description box, you will find a link to the entire Twitch VOD of my entire testing process where I ask a lot of questions and we figure things out if you want to watch that. You can also hit the like button on this video. It helps me out a great deal. You can check out my other video coverage that I have on my channel guide. They're all linked right there on the channel guide on my Twitch page. If you want to help support me in what I do, you can go check out my Patreon page. We're getting close to that next tier of unlocking. But until the next video, we'll see you in the live stream. And have a great, great day.